Hello students, welcome to biology class. This video is in continuity with the previous video of chapter Waste Management. The objectives that we are covering in this video are methods of gaseous waste disposal and 3 R's of waste management. Gaseous waste are oxides of carbon, sulfur dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, methane, and greenhouse gases. Due to the increase of factories, industrial areas, and number of vehicles, a large amount of gaseous waste are coming to the atmosphere. So, there is a need for gaseous waste disposal. Gaseous waste or atmospheric pollution started increasing after the Industrial Revolution. Most of the gaseous waste is in the form of smoke which is released from the chimneys of factories and the auto vehicles. It is not easy to dispose of the gaseous waste as solid or liquid waste. The moment the gaseous waste is generated, it immediately mixes with air. Excessive release of carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and many other gases has resulted in acid rain and greenhouse effect. In this image, we can see oxides of carbon, nitrogen, and sulfur are precipitated with acidic components such as carbonic acid, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid that fall to the ground from the atmosphere in wet or dry forms. So, this is acid rain. Greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the Earth's surface. When the sun energy reaches the Earth's atmosphere, some of it is reflected back to space and the rest is absorbed and re-radiated by greenhouse gases. The absorbed energy warms the atmosphere and the surface of the Earth. This is known as greenhouse effect. Several ways to minimize gaseous waste generation and proper disposal are: first one, air scrubber. The air scrubbers are the anti-pollution devices which are visible as metal pipes. These are used to trap the particles from the emission of gaseous waste. The scrubbers prevent these pollutants from entering into atmosphere where they can change into environmentally harmful compounds such as acid rain. In the air scrubber, the pollutants are removed from the gas emissions by spraying the scrubber liquid directly into the emissions. The dirty particles are surrounded by the scrubber liquid, which are then carried with the gas emissions into the cylinder. As the gas is cycled upward through the cylinder, the liquid covered particle drop from the gas in the contaminated liquid reservoir. In this image, we can see the air scrubber. The next is electrostatic precipitators, ESP. Electrostatic precipitator is an electric device to remove suspended impurities like dust, mist, fume, etc. from the air. It is costlier than ordinary air filter, but very efficient and effective in removing even very fine dust particles. Gas that is to be purified is made to pass through the passage. It has series of discharged electrodes suspended in the passage centers, insulated electrically from the rest of the precipitator. The electrodes are supplied with very high voltage current of 30,000 to 75,000 volts. The high voltage current applied to the discharge electrodes ionizes the impurities which charge the suspended particles. It makes suspended particles move toward the collector electrode and deposit on the electrode surface. The collector electrode is washed periodically to remove the impurities. With the help of this image, we can understand the working principle of ESP. When a high voltage current is applied across the two plates or electrodes, the negatively charged plate attracts the dust particles, which further attracted by the positively charged electrode by the process of ionization. It makes the suspended particle move toward the collector electrode and deposit on the electrode surface. The collector electrode is washed periodically to remove the impurities. Next topic is 3 R's of waste management, that is reduce, recycle and reuse. 3 R's of waste management. 3 efforts are emphasized for waste management. They are reduction of source, reuse, recycle. These are called the 3 R's of waste management. First, discussing the reduction of source. This method involves several strategies to minimize the volume of waste generated at source. An example of this is to decrease the number of layers of packing the product. It is considered the best way to eliminate the waste. Source reduction involves efforts to reduce hazardous waste and other materials by modifying industrial production. Source reduction methods involves changes in manufacturing technology, raw material inputs and product formulation. Another method of source reduction is to increase incentives for recycling. Many communities in the United States are implementing variable rate pricing for waste disposal, also known as pay as you throw (PAYT), which has been effective in reducing the size of the municipal waste stream. Demand for energy is increasing day by day with the increasing urbanization and industrialization. Hydel and thermal power are widely used sources of energy. People should also be aware to save energy. They should know that by saving energy, they are releasing pressure on the limited power source of their country. Reuse. Reusing of things is another method of waste management. Reuse means to find new ways to use things that otherwise would have been thrown out. In this image, we can see different things that can be used again and again. Recycling is a resource recovery practice that refers to the collection and reuse of waste material such as empty beverages containers. This process involves breaking down and reusing materials that would otherwise be gotten rid of as trash. There are numerous benefits of recycling, and with so many new technologies making even more material recyclable, it is possible to clean up the earth. Recycling not only benefits the environment but also positively affects the economy. The materials from which the items are made can be made into new products. In recycling, the materials are recycled to conserve energy, reduce pollution, conserve land, and save money. It is also a type of reusing a thing but in a different form. It involves sorting and processing of waste products. It serves as a new material for new product. This method reclaims the original material and is used for new products. The important materials that are recycled include steel, aluminium, plastic, paper, glass, and chemicals. So, in the conclusion, the 3 R's of waste management is an ideal solution to the ever increasing environmental, health, and economic issues caused by increased wastage and pollution. Practicing the 3 R's of waste management will conserve the environment and allow us to reap the numerous benefits of going green. Thank you so much.